This far and no further will you come. Here your proud waves must stop. Have you ever commanded the morning to appear and caused the dawn to rise in the east? Have you made daylight spread to the ends of the earth to bring an end to night's wickedness? He just humbled Job. He just, not only Job, but everybody that caught wind of this, because when God speaks, it ripples. It affects everybody in some way, shape, or form. And the way he called these things out, it pushed Job into a corner where he was like, yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, all the good stuff that I have, all the things that I've gained, you're right. You did create the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I had a lot of them, but they weren't really mine. Here's my point. What we have, whether it be spiritually given to us, whether it be naturally blessed to us, the sun that's shining right now, we cannot, just like we can't reach and grab the sun and cause it to set when we want to, we are not responsible for the things that God chooses to bless us with, to allow us to have. We are not in control of the things that happen to us on a day-to-day basis. And I'll tell you how I know. Some people will say, well, I like to challenge that because, I work hard for these things, and I tithe and I sow my seed, and I expect a harvest. Do you realize that you have no say-so in what type of harvest you receive? God gives you what's in his good pleasure for you to have. If he's the Lord our shepherd, that we shall not want, and he also makes us lie down in green pastures, who are we to say what we demand based on what we've given or what we work for? There's so many people, especially when I work for sanitation, that will go home like, man, the money we getting ain't worth this garbage. It's too much trash to be. I remember one day, it was hot. It was hot, and it was a weird moment of gratitude. It's disgusting, but a weird moment of gratitude. It was hot, and I took a bag with some liquid in it, and I threw it in the trash can in the back of the hopper, and I closed it, and some stuff fell down, so I reached down to pick up some of the trash to throw it on the back of the truck. I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta keep moving, but it's so hot, and some of that liquid started it started to spray in the wind, and it got off. I felt the sprinkle on my face. And what happened was, it was so weird. You would think that my first reaction would be like terrifying panic. I gotta get this off my face. But because of my situation, and because of how hot it was, and because of how exhausted I was, that sprinkle, no, I don't know what it was, but it was cool. But it was cool. It was cool. It was refreshing on my face.
Jesus.
So it was and now, even though that moment of like was shortly lived, it moved into, oh my God, wait a minute. And then it was a place around the corner where we used to always go to the bathroom and stuff. And so we go around the corner to this place, and I look in the bathroom mirror, and I know it was something there. I know I knew it because it splashed. I knew it was something there. You know how you could be so thankful for God, and you're so grateful for how he's blessing you, and even though the blessing may not last for weeks or months or years, and you just feel that refreshing thing, that refreshing moment for in that time frame, but then there's that doubt right there. This you think about where it came from. We shouldn't be thinking about where it came from. So I'm in the bathroom and I look, and it's a brown liquid right there. I grabbed alcohol, hand sanitizer, soap, water. They said take as much time as you need. I said I am. I said y'all just don't know. I'm about ready to go home. I felt nasty for the rest of the day. My lips was getting dry and cracked and ashy because of, you know, because it was hot and I'm dehydrated and I'm scared to drink anything because it might touch where it was. So, you know, but see, that just goes to show us in a horrific sense that you can be refreshed by things that are so uncommon that will cause refreshing. You tell people that experience, you share that experience with somebody, they'll be completely grossed out. Even when I think back to it, I'm completely grossed out, and I hate it. I hate it. But when I tell you that no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, no matter what our position is in life, whatever we may find ourselves having to do, this is for Jew, Gentile, Greek, Muslim, agnostic. This is for Orthodox Jews. This is for Masonic Jews. This is for Muslims. This is for everybody. This is also for atheists. There is no bearing on what God would allow to happen to us based on what we believe. Here's the case in point. How many people are out there right now living a dream where we would say, man, we all had that moment where we'll say, if I had what they had, I'll probably be doing so much better with it. That's only because of the position where you are. God has touched you in a way where it has addressed your thinking and what you do with your life as well as your lifestyle, your way of living. But yet we see so many people out there going crazy. I was on YouTube and I was reading or watching some of the stories about lottery winners and what they did. About lottery winners and how they spent their earnings. This one dude wins the lottery and decides to get a divorce. Left his wife high and dry. And it's a way to do everything. He didn't get the divorce papers until he moved out and left her with nothing. The bills were overdue already when he won the lottery. So he left her with overdue bills, and they had 3 kids. And this was over in England. He left her to go to a bar, and he started paying for everybody's drinks at the bar. He established a 3-month-long tab for anybody that came into the bar. And I believe the equivalent amount that he won was something like $5 million. Well, with the remaining, I think he was down to $2.5 million left after all his expenditures and grand lifestyle and stuff. His wife filed the divorce papers. She ended up getting the rest of the money. Now the guy is, guess what? He's a trash man in England. He's a trash man in England. It's a true story. True story. He gets squirted. He gets squirted. Oh my. So, really, it's a blessing. We are Revelation of the Cross Ministries. We are R.O.C. We are Rock Nation. We are Revelation of the Cross Ministries. We are a bunch of people that know where we stand in this world. We know where we stand in God. We know that there are things that God is still dealing with us about to make us better, and we are submitting to that process of becoming better, and only to one day to become all we are supposed to be while we're here. This is no pipe dream. You don't have to give your money to it. You don't have to sacrifice personal time and ambitions and goals to submit to this. We are a nation. And that's what God put, one of the things that God put in us as Revelation of the Cross Ministries. Right now, I do want to take a second to pray for those people who may be watching who need Jesus. If you could just repeat after me. Father, I thank you for what you said I believe and I agree by faith that there are some areas in me that need to be righteous, that need to be made whole. I believe that I have sinned and I am a sinner. And I believe that this Jesus Christ did go to the cross for me. He did give his life for me. And I believe that right now I'm receiving him into my heart and I am becoming changed. I am becoming saved. And I believe and I agree that my life will never be the same. Person that said this prayer, we believe and agree with you that your best days are ahead of you, that your life will never be the same in Jesus' name.